that moment, before you shot your schoolmates, what were you thinking?
Be a man. A voice in my head kept saying, be a man. Be a man. Over and over again. Be a man. How's that, Dad? I didn't flinch! Am I a man now?
A high school shooting left 2 students dead. What shocked everyone was that the shooter was Sam, because he was a victim of sexual assault by his own father. But since he refused to admit he was violated, his father escaped legal consequences. When the police found him, he already regretted what he had done.
No, I should die. I shot my friends.
No, whoa, hold on, answer one question for me then, okay? Because all this baffles me. I mean, I can understand if you shot your dad.
But Sam got agitated when he heard this. He said it wasn't his father's fault. This made the police realize how terrible his father's abuse had been. He would rather die than disobey him. After the police chatted with him to calm him down, they seized the moment to get close and grab him. The police found out after questioning he had been verbally abused by his father since childhood because he couldn't live up to the masculinity his father demanded. During that hunting trip, he couldn't bring himself to shoot a rabbit. His father thought he was a coward and even violated him. So to prove his manhood to his father, Sam picked up his father's gun and walked into school, creating a tragedy. The prosecutor argued the real culprit behind the shooting was not Sam, but his father. Sam became who he is now because he was forced to live up to his father's twisted idea of what a real man should be. In court, Sam's father, John, kept insisting he only wanted his son to become a real man.
I'm still waiting for someone to tell me why it's wrong to want your boys to grow up to be men.
Because Sam never fit his father's definition of masculinity. So he was always hard on Sam.
He'd say I was a fag or a pussy, okay? No, he said until further notice I was a little girl. Called me Samantha. Threw one of my mom's dresses at me, told me to wear it.
All he could think about while pulling the trigger was his father's words. All he could hear was his father's words. So to prove he wasn't a girl, he fired without hesitation.
Men are strong. The gunslingers, they sit in bars and they toss back shots regaling other men with tales of their sexual conquest. That's what makes them masculine. That's what makes them men. But what if you cry or show empathy or, God forbid, you can't shoot a little rabbit? Well, I'm sorry, you just don't deserve to be my son.
The jury finally saw through John's long-term abuse and manipulation.
On the sole count of the indictment, criminally negligent homicide, we find the defendant, John Conway, guilty.